What up, y'all? It's your boy, Comic Head 84, coming at you with another edition of the Top 10 list, with the past list, of course, for New Comic Book Day, Wednesday, May 22nd. And in this edition, we got some real nice picks for you, as well as a book that made the hot top list and the pass list, as well as the hardest pass book in all of Comic Head Top 10 history. So stay tuned for what I got in store. Okay, let's get to it. Number 10 on the list. Your boy Comic Head's gonna eat crow like a little bit. Not a lot, but here's the deal. Number 10, I'm putting War of the Realms, Land of the Giants, number 1, at the number 10 spot. It's a tie-in of War of the Realms. You know I despise me some tie-ins. And there's so many. There's 2 more new tie-ins to War of the Realms this week. I think we're batting like 6 to 8 tie-in books at this point. Not War of the Realms crossing over into existing properties. Straight new tie-in series. Now, with that being said, not every pick that ends up on your boys' list is because of the read. Some of them are cover picks. And that's what's going on here. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm going to shoot straight with you guys and call a spade. And that cover is incredible. It might be the coolest image of Iron Fist that I've ever seen. That shit is wild. Iron Fist with that sword is awesome. Marvel heroes with medieval weapons in their hands is actually pretty badass. So, hey, maybe there's something to the War of the Realms with if that's what's happening. I'm digging the Captain America like winter jacket suit. He's got an axe in his hand. Whatever. And Luke Cage wielding, I don't know if that's Mjolnir or what, but Luke Cage just in the hoodie, not wearing royalty garb, just Luke Cage in the hoodie with, I think, Thor's hammer in his hand. I don't know. The cover is dope. That's all I'm saying. So, there it is. War of the Realm, Land of the Giants, number 1, is just about making the list at number 10, because that cover is flames. Number 9, I'm putting Martian Manhunter, number 5, on the list because of that cover B Middleton book. And another book, I don't think this is a particularly good read, this series, if I can be honest. It has been putting out some pretty dope Middleton covers. I'll give it that. And that's what I have going on here. I was really struck by this wild cover. I'm digging it. It looks like the cover of like a twisted sci-fi thriller horror situation. So just a dope piece by Mr. Middleton, who is coming in strong this week. I think he shows up again, if I'm not mistaken. So there you have it, man. Manhunter number 5. I can't promise you're going to like the read, but I will tell you that cover is something to look out for. Number 8. Speaking of something that is a dope read, Bone Parish number 9. You got to keep Bone Parish on the radar. Granted, I'm a couple issues behind, but the story is rocking. The premise, real quick, is there's a drug that is being dealt to this community, whatever. I think they're in Louisiana. And the drug is like a powder that people snort, but it's made of like dead people's souls. And when you snort it, you get to live as that person. And it's trippy shit, but it's really cool. It's almost like battling drug lord cartel type situation, but with a mix of supernatural bugged outness because the drug is so wild. So anyway, Bone Parish, something to keep an eye on. I'm going to make a point to catch up on the last couple issues that I've missed because it's definitely worth a read. So if you haven't got onto Bone Parish yet, check it out. And FYI, I made a video way back about the Hoopla app, which is something that you'll get for free from your local library. And I remember I read a bunch of Bone Parish because the Hoopla app, which gives you tons of free digital comics, you just got to make a library card account online, and you'll get Hoopla. You'll get shit tons of free digital comics, and Bone Parish drops on that tablet or that whatever that app the day after New Comic Book Day every week. So there's your pro tip if you didn't catch that video that I made months back. Bone Parish number 9. That's enough. Number 7. Number 7's another cover picks. I got quite a few cover picks on this list, to be honest with you guys, because there's not a ton that I was reading that's dropping this week. So, you know, it might be a little cover pick heavy, to be honest. Number 7 is Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Battle line cover, man. I'm said it before, I'm a sucker for the battle line covers. This Mysterio cover is where it's at. I know they dropped like a Mysterio battle line cover, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I wasn't into it. I wasn't digging it. I feel like there was a little too much going on. They had like other characters in it. Those battle line covers, I think, look best when you just have a big old shot of the character versus having too much going on. So anyway, I passed on the last Mysterio battle line covers, but this one, very nice. It's nice. Number 7. Number 6. Here he is. Middleton strikes again with Batgirl number 35. Batgirl number 35. Pretty legit Middleton Batgirl cover. I've been, keeping the Batgirl, because Batgirl and Catwoman have been 2 cover by titles for me. I barely ever cracked them open, and they were cover buys because they were just putting out such fire. Art Germ, Middleton, these guys were nailing these covers. But I was like, let me show a little restraint, and I'm only going to pick one of those up if it's a real banger. And this one really is something special. So, Batgirl 35, this Middleton cover is really nice. And I might pick that one up on NCBD, May 22nd. Time for everyone's favorite pass list. Okay. I got 3 books on the pass list this week. Number 1, Wonder Woman number 71, the Jenny Frison cover. Now, I dig Jenny Frison. I think she does good work, and I think she's done a lot of good work on Wonder Woman. But one thing about this cover is I look at that cover and I say to myself, that doesn't really look like Wonder Woman. The only thing that tells me that that's Wonder Woman on the cover is you got a little headband with a star on it. Otherwise, I don't know who that chick is. So it makes me feel like Jenny Frison is, doing whatever kind of art that she does, and she's just like repurposing stuff for these DC covers. Like, that looks like a shoehorned Wonder Woman cover to me. Nothing about that says Wonder Woman as far as I'm concerned, and it looks like she like threw a little headband in. Even the headband kind of like stands out as weird on this cover, I feel. And I feel like this might even have been like an existing drawing or something. And she was just like, my deadline's due for Wonder Woman. Let me throw a little headband on this gothic chick I drew. Enough of that. No bueno. Number 2, Marvel presents number 5, the Liefeld variant. Dude, presenting to you the worst, lousiest Venom illustration ever printed on the cover of a Marvel comic. That thing is atrocious. That Wolverine is atrocious. I know it's kind of the thing to do to bash this guy's art, but he's lazy. And nothing illustrates the laziness of Liefeld than the background of this cover. Go back and go through your Major X's and even your X-Force 1s, dude. This guy doesn't do backgrounds. He doesn't give a shit. Look at this. He draws a couple characters, kind of half-assed, mind you. Oh, what are we going to do for the background? Let's just do a couple swirly lines. Yeah, swirly here, swirly there. I mean, dude, that's rough. There's pages from Major X where he just totally abandons backgrounds and just puts white blocks behind them. I think he might be trying to be like artsy. He thinks he's being artsy, but He's just lazy, and that's what like what offends me, dude. When it comes to Liefeld, is he's not trying to bump up his craft. It's like all his characters always end up fighting in like these nondescript metal warehouses that are empty, so he can just draw like a half-ass metal wall in the background, and that's it. Either that or he's doing like swiggly manga lines, but not when characters are like thrashing at each other. There could be like two characters talking, and he's got like just squiggly manga lines in the background. So whatever. There's my Liefeld rant. Beat it. This next book, this is gonna be the. I tease you the hardest pass ever in this top 10 list history. Look at this dog shit. Casper Spookville, number 2, and this is like one of the cover B's or something like that. This is some bullshit right here. Casper Spookville as a title already makes me feel a certain kind of way, but you got Casper eating a watermelon on the cover of your issue. I know what they're doing. It's not slick. It's not clever. It's fucking bullshit, to be honest with you. I think that's garbage. I'm surprised that got published. And I think, fuck these guys. This is American Mythology is the publisher company. They do Casper, Laurel and Hardy, and Underdog. So, nice family-friendly brands, and they're putting out fucking garbage like this. I'm not stupid. You're not gonna, pass. This ain't gonna get past your boy Comic Head. When I see something like that, I know what they're doing. I don't need to spell it out to you. But that's some bullshit. And fuck that book, okay? Pass. Okay, on to. That got me fired up a little bit. On to the good stuff. Here's the book that made the list twice. Marvel Presents. I shit on it and gave it a pass because of that garbage Liefeld cover. But Marvel Presents is actually a great series that I've been having fun reading. They're also going through the different decades, kind of like the Spider-Man life stories, 60s, 70s, 80s. This is an 80s issue. And, yeah, man, looks like we got Venom, Wolverine in this one. Chris Claremont's writing. Chris Claremont and Charles Soule are doing the writing on this. So that's cool. Dope. Art Adams cover. That's the way you draw Venom. Alright? Let me do a quick comparison. I mean, is it night and day? Is it high school student drawing on the back of his notepad versus legit artist? Yeah? Yeah. Alright, that was that one. Number 4. This one's a cover pick. Maybe I should have put Presents a little higher on the list, because this one was just a cover pick. Justice League Dark number 11 that's a Wonder Woman cover, right? Clayton Crane. I haven't seen him do much Wonder Woman, so that I'm aware of anyway. Dude, that's a killer Wonder Woman cover in that Clayton Crane style. So Justice League Dark number 11 is a great pick if you like your Wonder Woman covers. And I understand it's a pretty good read. I read like the first 5 or 6 issues. I had Detective Chimp in it, and it was a kind of a fun time, but admittedly I did bail on it a while back. But it's probably a decent read as well. Justice League Dark 11. Number 3 on the list. Venom number 14. Dude, well, let me start with the interior, the read. This is Donny Cates' hiatus time right now on the Venom series. So you got Cullen Bunn picking up the writing duties on Venom. And he's doing alright. It's not bad. Granted that they are in the middle of kind of wedging War of the Realms stuff into it, which is not my favorite. But even still, it's still a good read. And it's being done well. And it doesn't hurt that is an incredible Venom cover. Holy smoke. Again, do I need to do a comparison of Venom cover A and Venom cover B? Number 2, Doctor Strange, number 14. God dog. It's kind of cool for me because I've never been... I don't particularly like Doctor Strange as a character. Granted, I haven't read a bunch. So, I haven't read a bunch of Doctor Strange. He's never really grabbed me yet in any of the stuff that I've came across him. In the movies, I'm not a fan of that dude Cumberbatch. I don't feel like he's a good Doctor Strange. I might be in a minority opinion. So all those things kind of make me like... I think he's a cool character, but I've never really gotten engrossed by Doctor Strange. And isn't it something that right now Doctor Strange is one of my favorite runs on the stands right now. This book is great. My boy Galactus showed up. We're still in the middle, I believe, of the Herald Supreme storyline, where Doctor Strange is actually becoming the Herald of Galactus, and he's cruising. I think this next issue is going to be him cruising the galaxy to find a planet for him to feed on, so that he doesn't feed on the mystic realm. It's like really dope storyline, and it's getting me into Doctor Strange. So I think even when eventually when Galactus moves on and this storyline resolves, I think I'm going to stick around because I've been having a good time with this book. It's been a good read. And yeah, a surprising favorite of mine lately has been Doctor Strange number 14, number 2 on the list. Coming in number 1, I've told you before, your boy's a mark for the bat, okay? Detective Comics, 1004, is my number 1 pick. The cover B is one half of the Mark Brooks, one of my favorite cover artists in the game. One half of the masterpiece that he laid out for this 1-2 banger on Detective. Amazing. The storyline is killer. We've got the reveal on who the Arkham Knight is. My guesses were way off. I was rooting for Tim Drake to be the Arkham Knight because I've never been a fan of Red Robin. Grant, I think he's in Young Justice now and he's back to being Robin. But you gotta let Damian Wayne be Robin, and it's weird for Tim Drake to also be Robin in that Young Justice. I think it's probably separate continuity, I would imagine, because it'd be odd if Tim Drake was running around as Robin and so was Damian. Not entirely sure, but last I knew, he was Red Robin. A really kind of a lame character, and disappointing because Tim Drake was one of the better Robins. I mean, all the Robins fared well. Damian is a great Robin, my favorite Robin. Jason Todd, killing it as Red Hood. I mean, Nightwing. Come on now. Nightwing is a terrific character. Dick Grayson. Tim Drake is the one that just never really... They never really twisted into something interesting or something cool. The Red Robin suit was lame. The name was lame. And there's no real storylines that ever stuck with me for Tim Drake. So I feel like he's in need of something. And I thought maybe a heel turn would have been it. But, alright. I don't know how I got on that tangent. But anyway... the Arkham Knight. So he's not the Arkham Knight. Sorry for that comic head fan fiction. I was just kicking you. It's whatever. Yeah, alright. I won't drop a spoiler in case you need to catch up. But it's fine. It actually makes sense who it is. And great writing. Tomasi's nailing it. The art's great. The book's great. My favorite title on the stands right now, undoubtedly, is Detective 1004. Well, Detective Comics in issue 1004 is my number 1 pick. Hiya! There's the episode, y'all. I feel like maybe I kind of rushed through this, and you probably saw me looking off to the side a bunch. I was a little distracted because my phone kept doing things. So I'm sorry if this was a subpar episode, but I brought you what you needed to know. That's my info. You enjoyed the video. Be safe. Remember, fuck that Casper book.